cash. That was their map. They felt confident on it, but now this could really, this has all the qualities of a true knife fight. Like, it's just going to be violence everywhere.
Right, and it's going to be a lot on Pasha, you know, on his defensive half of this map on the CT side. He likes to play aggressive on that rap side, and he has such a huge impact on how these rounds are going to turn out for his team. But starting on CT is going to be Titan. And we've seen a lot out of the mobility of Kenny and his AWP in both of these first two maps, and this is another map where you can throw some curveballs with that sniper rifle, whether it's pushing into the A halls or peeking down mid early, you know, pushing out B car. And one thing they do very well, Titan likes to do a triple push towards B, but they don't get too aggressive with it. They let Kenny S clear down banana with an op, and then he'll fall back immediately.
Exactly. I mean, there's also a lot of aggression that we can see. Whoa, well, you know, speaking of which, Apex just goes leaping out, and he's not going to have a repeat performance of that last pistol round. He just gets completely overwhelmed off the bat. Existence comes very close to taking out Pasha. He's going for the one-way smoke, and there you go. This is Existence. Like, this is his go-to trick. He does it so often. Only problem is he doesn't see anybody else there. It's on the A site. The bomb is getting planted, and Virtus.pro, they have 4 players alive to hold this.
Yeah, Kenny S is going to try and do his best Snacks impression. It's going to get shut down by Taz, and there goes Maniac, who's on a flank. So Virtus.pro, this is pretty much an unwinnable round here for Existence. And through the smoke, he's just getting beat up. 1 bullet left, can't land it. Taz takes him out, so wonderful pistol round there from Virtus.pro.
That's just, I mean, everything going their way. Apex, you know, I was just about to touch on how Apex plays very aggressive as well on his CT side because he's got God watching over his shoulder. Kenny is there to lock down mid with that AWP.
Very confident.
Once he has that op, that's the power of Kenny. He can be anywhere on the map, and Apex plays off of that. He feeds off of that. He knows the pressure that applies on the opponents, and he just tries to take that and incorporate it into his game. That time around, however, he went for the aggressive push down banana to get the info early, and it just did not work out. What we have going here, though, is some true creativity.
Oh,
like the quadruple HE nade down banana, and they managed to just obliterate Pasha. Only problem is there's still a man alive at Woodstacks, and Neo just instantly replies, Apex is not having any luck at all.
No, he's
2
not.
headshots.
And that's important because you talked about how he's a very momentum-based player, and these 2 rounds in a row where he's gotten absolutely demolished trying to play that aggressive game.
And that will mess with a player like Existence. I don't mean Existence, like
Apex.
Well, Apex. I mean, he does rely quite heavily on just that solid start, getting the good kills in.
Look at this flank coming in. If this flank can hurry up from T-spawn, I'm not quite sure who that is, but it could be huge coming behind him. And Banana Snacks is a great position in CT spawn. That's Maniac. He's just going to be a little bit too slow by a couple seconds. They do have Spindle smoked off. It's Virtus.pro smoke. Worked a little bit against him, but Taz with that MP7 just flies in, gets a couple kills. Maniac is able to connect. He does. He finally lands it on a Neo. His position's given up, though. Oh, a nice dink on a Taz. He gets a 2nd kill, so great damage being done. He could get the planter. Dialli was pretty exposed there. Snacks recovers nicely, is able to back him up. But
he came very close.
Yeah.
He came very close, actually, but he also, I mean, I think that he just kind of saved Titan in that round, because sure, Titan invested in the round, but they still got 3 kills at the end of it.
Right, and you want to get at least 3 kills if you're going to do that armor and pistol. I mean, that's something that, you know, it has to happen. You have to get those kills to make that worthwhile.
Yeah, as far as Titan are concerned, we will have Kenny S picking up a P250 here in this round, so a little bit of an investment from him, which is a bit odd considering, you know, he's not going to have the money regardless. I mean, he's sitting at 2,300, so he's like, okay, what the hell, why not? I'll just go ahead and throw some money for the P250. I won't have my op unless we can just pull some magic out of the hat right here and win big on this round. That doesn't seem to be too likely considering the arsenal that they have at their disposal. And Virtus.pro, I mean, they're sitting pretty with the SMGs. What reactions there by Snacks. He dodges around the cart and stays alive. 1-for-1 trade over on the B site, but that doesn't really have too much of an impact considering it's going to be a wraparound through Arch here. And Kenny, he spots it out on balcony, but that bomb should be able to get planted here fairly soon.
Definitely, and no real great positioning from Titan players that they've been able to find any success. And SMG, that MAC-10 from Snacks, putting some work in. But Kenny's still in halls lurking around. They kind of forgot about him. He's able to land a couple shots. RPK picks up a nice headshot onto Neo over on Rap side. So Taz is going to chime in and kind of get his team a much more cemented hold onto this A-bomb site.
There we go. Bialy just annihilates Apex, but that's RPK coming back. He uses that P250 that he's picked up to pick up yet another kill. These are such close rounds, actually. Great damage being dealt here by Titan. I mean, just as good in this round where they have hardly invested anything at all and they get 3 kills out of it. So Virtus.pro, I mean, Virtus.pro getting a little, I mean, they're getting a little ahead of themselves. I don't know. It seems like they're having a bit of trouble trying to dodge the damage, especially once they get onto this site here. And what really, like, I don't know, bugged me a little bit was the fact that Bialy's just like running all over the place with the bomb, just kind of like, you know, I'm going to go and clear out. But yeah, if you get killed by Kenny, just a random P250 headshot, you know, the bomb gets dropped in an awkward spot, then Kenny can watch over that. I mean, it just seems like an unnecessary risk when you can just get that bomb plant down nice and fast. Now it's going to be the big buy round.
Yeah, it definitely is. And You know, that's the thing I just noticed is losing 6 players in those two eco rounds by Titan, and Virtus.pro still has a great bank built up behind it, so the power of those SMGs really coming into play here. You don't often see that well of an economy behind 6 deaths in 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's the thing. The main thing with SMGs is you're making $600 per kill, apart from the P90, versus the $300 you would make with the rifle. So it's just, you make so much money. It's so difficult to get teams to eco if they can rack up a lot of kills with that SMG initially. And so that's the power of it now. We can see that with VP, but both teams, you know, about the same balance right now as far as the nades, the rifles, everything is concerned. And we're going to see, once again, this very fast, rapid push. And Maniac, once again, in balcony. He loves this position. He's always in it. And he gets 2 kills. Takes the 3rd as well with the help of Kenny. And that's going to slow everything down. BLE does come back into it, but it's going to be down to Pasha now. Last man alive here for Virtus.pro, trying to do the best that he can. He will not be able to remove Kenny from the graveyard. He has made that his home. And that's 3 kills for Kenny in the round. And Titan just completely stopping Virtus.pro cold.
Yeah, not even Titan. Maniac and Kenny S. Beautiful teamwork from those two, set up perfectly in that crossfire on balcony in the graveyard. And they shut that down so efficiently. So, and then they needed that. They needed that shutdown that hard. Only losing, you know, I think 1 player, the Maniac, that fell there in the end.
And, you know, talking about, you know, we were talking about Cash, but Maniac, this is his home. He's like an owl. You know, he just perches up there and watches, sits, and then strikes, right? So he's always on balcony. That's just such a powerful position. He makes it work. Even if teams know that he's there, he still gets something out of it. So we'll see how Virtus.pro decide to adapt to that. Now we can see, you know, the money that they were able to make off those SMGs has gone into a buy here. Virtus.pro not willing to let up on the pressure at all. That actually means an AWP for Pasha. So he's using it right now fairly aggressively, actually, trying to get that entry frag.
Right, and this that AWP could catch him off guard. You know, with all the damage they did during those eco rounds, they might be a little bit surprised that he's able to afford an op here after losing the first gun round. So he might have some kind of a window of opportunity where someone's playing a little bit too peaky. Snacks has taken control of halls, so his defense today is going to be forced into a passive setup. Once their smokes kind of go away, they run out of those. Yeah, look at this. There's 4 players over here towards A and only 1 at halls, and here's where that execute's going to start coming into play.
Well, they have all the space that they need, basically. Top banana, top mid. They have all the pressure basically coming in here. And Apex is going to be able to stop, or at least do a little bit of damage here. Taz not able to get the return from balcony, but his teammates are going to be wrapping around onto short, and now the Titan defense are aware. They see it. They see that somebody's up there at least, and Apex is going to set up with the little pop flash on a short. This is going to catch them off guard. BLE, we can see, is completely flashed white, and they're running out of time for Virtus.pro. 20 seconds left, and they are not onto this site yet. BLE does get a kill on a Maniac, and Apex just completely fluffs the shot, not getting anything done there. Kenny now alive, the only man here on this site, and he gets overwhelmed by Neo. And with 9 seconds left, Virtus.pro are going to get this bomb plant.
Yeah, Virtus.pro slow played that push so well. Neo behind the smoke, guarding this wrap side, takes out RPK. That's going to force Existence immediately to make the decision to try and save this gun, but Neo applying so much pressure, does not want him to get away for free. And they're going to pursue him all the way. Taz even coming in from library, but Existence is looking at the alleyway, does drop Neo, and now he's got a chance. If he wants to fall away, he can, but actually there is 1 player coming up banana right now, so he's getting completely pinched, and he has so much time left on the clock to have to live.
That bomb is going to go up, but it's just a few seconds away. Taz is about to come charging around that corner. Existence lives with 6 HP. It's a sign.
And Pasha doesn't want to lose the op, so Existence is going to get away from this. Nice job by him, really managing. He had to battle that entire retreat, but here's the thing. We saw on Nuke, Titan starting out T-side, they got up to that quick 4-1 league, and already that early in the half, Titan, you knew they were just comfortable with the rounds they had, and Virtus.pro's got to be feeling very similarly here with such a great lead. Obviously, they want to build on it, but 4 rounds this quickly into a half is, they're feeling great.
This is the main thing right here. You know, Apex just not able to have that impact that he was able to deliver earlier on Cash. I mean, basically just doing so much damage round after round, and this round, this so far on Inferno just doesn't seem like we've been able to see him get any kind of impact at all going. He just keeps getting shot in the face, and then in the last round, you know, the pressure that he needs to put out on short just wasn't there. Instead, it's going to be RPK stepping up this time around, taking out Taz to start, who was basically the front runner for the VP offense. Neo just somehow finds that headshot. Incredible reflexes there. Existence has been smoked off. He's stuck in construction, and now the push is about to come through here. Kenny looking to see if he can't get a little creative with that flash, just trying to buy the time. But they're getting bled out here. This is actually starting to get fairly awkward. Apex is just going to go running through the smoke, and he just gets insta-gift again. Apex cannot seem to have any luck go his way. He just keeps getting shot in the face. VP are merciless right now. And once again, Existence
is he got stuck behind that smoke. There really wasn't anything he could do there. So a little bit unfortunate, but Virtus.pro playing this very, very well, and that was a force buy by Titan. That was a crucial round. They at least wanted to deal more damage than only one kill, so Maniac in a position where he's got to get some exits. Stuck in construction at the moment. Not even a kid if he wanted to try and do any kind of a sneak defuse or a ninja or anything like that. So Virtus.pro just being aggressive, not doing anything tactically that crazy. They're just bullying their way into these bomb sites, and they're punishing Titan.
You got to give it. I think you got to give it to Neo pretty much. Like for me, that frag that he managed to get onto RPK is that's like the key frag right there. If RPK takes 2, then the rotation comes in from Titan, and things are looking a bit more rosy, right?
Right.
But
well,
Neo.
Yeah, and Existence also getting stuck behind that smoke. He couldn't, you know,
assist.
back him up. He couldn't, you know, get a trade kill. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't save him or anything like that. So a little bit out of position, not having 2 players in that bomb site. Unfortunate there that round for him. And this is basically going to have to be, you know, as parse of a pistol buy as you can find it. It's going to have to be pretty much a full save. You only see Apex and Kenny investing into P250's Existence, so has that Pharmacy save. But Virtus.pro looking very, very powerful at the moment, and they're going to keep bullying their way up towards this B bomb site. They're not even messing around or putting any kind of a presence in mid. They just want to walk 4 players up Banana and storm into the B site.
And this is Existence now going for the trick jumps. Let's see, does he hit it? Oh, he does. He's so good. Now this could get a little clever here. He's got that FAMAS boosted up, but perfect timing for the flash. And Taz leading the charge, finds his head, and that's going to be the bomb site wide open for Virtus.pro to get an easy plant. Now the name of the game becomes, you know, keep them on that site. Try and just keep Virtus.pro on that site as long as you possibly can. Was about to swap over there, but Kenny gets picked off immediately by Pasha, who's holding Banana, and Apex just peeks out, just trying to find that lucky headshot onto Neo. He does get it in the end, drops Neo down to 6 HP, but he's not able to collect the kill, and Maniac now is here to try and just build his gap, trying to keep them pressured. Problem is that VP, now that they have control of Banana, nobody's going to be going up with this bomb. Neo should be able to make a run for it. He's going to have to attempt it eventually here. Pasha leads the way to clear, clear the charge basically, but there we have it. Perfect anti-eco round coming up from Virtus.pro. And
yeah,
well,
this is such a scary situation for Titan because giving up 6 rounds already, they don't want to give up any more for free, and this is, you know, they're going to have to take away no head armor for them, no kits. They're getting their smokes, but it's almost, you know, it's a very weak buy. But they can't afford to save again. They have to start stringing some rounds together. They have to stop this Virtus.pro team, who's just being an absolute monster everywhere they go.
I mean, Taz in particular. Taz, what's wild is like Taz is like the first man onto the site. He's the one who's just going in to clear the way, and yet he's top fragging right now. Like the entry fragger is top fragging for Virtus.pro. That's when you really know something's wrong. There's a problem here. Titan need to start connecting with more of these shots. They can't let Taz just walk in and dominate them.
Yeah, no Titan player really even seemingly able to find any kind of success. You said Apex just can't buy any luck at the moment. All of his aggressive players are getting shot down. Maniac is kind of playing with fire here. Once cross, he doesn't know it. He peeks out. He gets caught in the open. Snack sprays him down. Maniac losing a little bit of focus there that round. That forces Kenny S out of the bomb site, so they yield A. It's going to be all up to a retake. RPK gets 1, but Pasha's going to be in a beautiful position to stop these flanks. He's going to spot it out, but here's the battle. Pasha gets 1, Snacks in another one. It's a 3-on-2 here, but like we said earlier, no kits, and it looks like Apex already called the save. He picks up that AWP, is already running back towards T-spawn, so this is going to be a 7th round for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, no contest either. Off of one like split-second decision made by Maniac to try and change up his position, perhaps it looked more towards short, and he just gets completely caught out in the open. And for a second there, I thought that he had spotted out Taz. When he jumped down, I thought that he had spotted Taz out of the corner of his eye because he came back up and looked into apartments. The fact that he looks away just opens it up. Existence just doing fantastic work, but as I say that, Neo on the other side has successfully managed to track down Apex and find that AWP. So no joy for Titan. Just nothing going their way right now. That AWP going into Virtus.pro's hands, they maintain that. They maintain the money as well. And the money really is looking quite good on Virtus.pro's side. I mean, sure, you have a couple guys, Snacks and Taz, kind of low in the 3,000 mark, but the rest of them have got just ample funds.
Yeah, and here's the key, and Existence is going to take a timeout. So smart move by him, talk things over. I mean, they need to turn things around. And they're going to be on another save here. Apex has picked up armor with the CZ, but the key so far, similar, is that Titan hasn't been able to get their economy going, so we haven't even seen the AWP in Kenny's hands. He hasn't been able to find that comfort zone with that gun that he's so incredibly magical with.
Isn't that like the ideal game plan for Virtus.pro? Like, right. This is when you're playing against a team that relies heavily on an AWPer, a Fnatic, a Titan. If you can wreck their money right from the start and then just keep kicking their legs out, just never let them get up again.
Yep.
You practically have the game in the bag, as we see right now. The rifles just aren't playing a part. And the star of the last map, Apex, he's not even present right now. He's 3-1-8. I mean, it's much better than the 0-12 that he had, the other not too long ago, but it's a far cry from what we need to see from Apex in this round, because right now, RPK, Maniac, they really aren't quite delivering either. It's just everybody's in the low single digits for Titan. Nobody really is stepping up. And the frags that they are getting are like these low impact frags where it's just like, okay, we're going to mess with your economy a little bit and kill you after the bomb's been planted. But that's not winning you the round.
Yeah, I mean, that's all well and good for the first 5 rounds of the half, but at this point, there's no moral victories anymore. You can't just, rely on that. And I mean, part of it, too, is you can see we talked about a little bit how last night Titan really put Fnatic, on their back feet, kind of confused them a little bit, sent them reeling. And here we have Virtus.pro just Titans against the ropes, that round Maniac over towards Hall, just not cautious enough. Focus slips just for a second, and Snacks exploits it. And some of these plays, it feels like the score is starting to spread out so much in the favor of Virtus.pro that Titan players are really feeling that they need to make something happen. They need to make some kind of an individual play to get back on track, to get their team hyped up and into it. And they're overextending themselves a little bit too much, and Virtus.pro's just
more than
feeding
happy
off of it. Yeah, they love it.
So what you're saying is, the Rocky Balboa moment, it's not looking likely here. They got their back in the ropes and they're just getting pummeled, and eventually a towel's going to get thrown in here.
Yeah.
Nyaki's going to just find some piece of clothing or something, just throw it at VP and just be like, no, enough is enough. You can't take it anymore. They can't take it anymore.
This timeout is where Titan's saying, cut me. Cut me, get back in there.
All right, well, okay, we got the unpause coming through, so now we get to see what do we really have to work with here, because Titan, it's not like they can take the time out and be like, okay, guys, we got the funds. What are we going to do with them? they have to continue to get beat up on. They have CZs. Yeah,
one more round of torture to go through.
Okay, well, I mean, Apex apologizing for what? I don't know. Existence. Is that? Before I can go to him, Neo's just like, wait a second.
And Neo again with another entry frag. Everything going Virtus.pro's way. Early on in these rounds, RPK responds, though, so a good equalizer, but actually it's not even an equalizer. Players over at A are dropping like flies. Maniac now, so many players have died in halls, and he's just going to try and re-push this sneakily, maybe catch one of them off guard. And Kaz actually turns that way, but RPK and Maniac pick up one each until Pasha burns RPK alive. So now they know where Maniac is.
Maniac, really?
And he walks into the fire. That's just very indicative of the half that Titan is having at the moment.
Is it time to start busting out the old jokes like, that's just a cherry on top? Or like, man, that's incredibly frustrating. Man, Maniac.
So Kenny S gets his op, but he does it at the cost of armor.
And wow, I'm actually quite surprised because he spends a lot of money on nades.
A lot of money on nades.
So he clearly had enough for armor. He just wanted to favor the nades in this case.
And here's that triple push I talked about them doing. When he has that op, he'll go over there and he'll just clear out that boost on top of the plant, and then he'll fall back. So although he didn't really clear it out that well, Pasha's up there. He's able to take a shot. Doesn't land it, though. Dodging a bullet, I think that was Existence.
It was almost like Existence sensed the shot was coming because he steps out just as the shot goes back and then steps back into it again. Mind games, Existence, this is the power, man. And all of his guns say feel the power, right? So it happens.
They need it now more than ever. But this does allow them to have a 4-man sack over on A, so Pasha's actually going to smoke off Library. Throw a flash shot, that puts a little bit of pressure onto Kenny. Can't really see too much. And he knows they could be wrapping into CT spawn, but Snacks is already in the pit. He uses the cover of the smokes to get in there, picks off one. Apex responds, and now they transition back towards the B bomb site, and there's no defense there. They had that 4-man stack. Snacks distracts them long enough to freeze him at A, and this is a beautiful tactical decision by Virtus.pro here. What a call. And it doesn't even look like Titan wants to go for this round. They've already kind of given up.
I mean, they had no idea. They couldn't see anything through Arch. So Kenny is sitting here thinking, wait, did somebody sneak through? Because they had no info. They had no eyes. They had no eyes on this position. So there wasn't even like an attempt to be able to rotate in and maybe take a shot as they come onto the side or anything at all. It's just Titan just continue to roll over. And this is also the issue, that comes up with this position that Maniac is playing. If he continues to persist in playing it every round on balcony like that, look at Snacks. Snacks goes through. The first thing he does is, look up towards balcony, and guess what? Maniac is there.
That's a very, very old strategy, too. I can't remember who. It might have been Virtus.pro that initially did it at the original Katowice, but it kind of fall out of popularity where they throw a couple smokes, one on truck and one over there towards the pole, and they use the cover of that smoke to just bolt through it, usually blind. He comes out with the flash. You really have to get to know those jumps very, very well to do that, and he does it perfectly.
It's ingrained in them now at this point, right? All right, well, Kenny had enough for an AWP, so, well, it had enough. He saved it from the last round, obviously.
Had enough to add armor onto it, though.
There we go, you know.
Take those victories where you can find them.
Right? It's the small things in life. Small things like bulletproof Kevlar that will keep you alive and not aim punched. This is basically, you know, now Virtus.pro taking over apartments. They've had so much success over here so far, so why change it up?
Aside from that one round, and they haven't been able to duplicate it. Maniac gets 1 kill, Snacks trades him off, so they kind of knew exactly what it was. It's only 1 player left, Apex over in lane. He gets dropped immediately. Kenny's going to find some success before he gets completely smoked off, but here he goes again, trying to make plays for his team. He's trying to push through this smoke, and he decides against it finally at the end. But they are in a 3-on-3 retake, and this is the most promising round we've seen out of Titan in some time.
Yes, but now, I mean, Molotov's going down, Smoke's going down, there's still nades there.
RPK going down.
I mean, he's trying to attempt the wraparound now, and they just don't have any more room. They have to go, Titan. They can't save yet again. They're in this vicious cycle where they keep saving, but they're running out of rounds. Virtus.pro are on 9 rounds, and they're about to have 10 as Titan back off again. They can't even get into the site. They just get completely smoked out and then left to hung out to dry. Like, what can they do?
Virtus.pro, this is a lesson on how to take a bomb site quickly, efficiently, and then make sure that you secure the choke points. Don't let any attempt at a retake even come into fruition. If you ever want to learn how to do that for your team, watch Virtus.pro and how they're playing this.
It's this smoke right here. This is such a key smoke. If you can get, well, that's a bit big for it. You know, Valve nerfed the smokes as well. They're smaller now, so we'll do it better. You know, that smoke right there, it's as soon as that goes down, if you even have a second smoke to throw, like that line right there, it's suicide to run through.
Absolutely. And the Molotovs come out behind it as well, so Titan can't even gain a position to try and come through the smoke as it's disappearing. They can gain no positioning whatsoever.
It's very tricky stuff. It's very tricky stuff right now, but Titan, they continue to just buy up behind this. There we go. Virtus.pro trying to change it up, and this is Titan going for the anti-rush. We'll see if it's successful. So far, it's going to be RPK crouching behind the sandbags. Virtus.pro are stubborn. They continue to press forward, and Kenny is there. Kenny just laying into him right now. Managing to pick up 2 frags there with the help of his mate Existence. Snacks, however, has taken out Apex over at Arts. It continues to be just like the worst map of Existence life right now, and Snacks is on a mission. He's letting him know. He's like, yeah, I'm here. What are you going to do about it, Maniac? Well, okay, a bullet, that's all right, Maniac. Well, I'll deal with that. I'll take that.
But he's the only one today, and look, 19 HP. Finally, Kenny has to start to rotate, but he's going to be alone for a while. Runs into the best possible chance. It's Pasha with the op, so his health doesn't really matter there, but now Neo coming in. What can he do? He doesn't know Maniac slid into this bomb site. 40 seconds left. He goes to the fake plant. Oh, he recovers nicely. Gets a shot on the Maniac. Down to a 1-on-2. There's that smoke you were talking about, so now it's going to give him a little bit of cover. Kenny might feel safe walking out. Neo had the shot, but Kenny lands it instead. So that's the second round for Titan, and Kenny showed a little bit of life there in that round. 3 kills for him.
Yes, the beating is done.
And how many times did he save that up? How many rounds did he save that AWP before he was able to have an effect? Like 2 or 3, I believe it was. So,
and that after just, you know, going for so long without not being able, and then he finally gets it, and he can have no impact with it. I mean, Kenny right now, this is a guy that we got used to watching drop 30 bombs every map on LAN versus the best teams in the world, and he's sitting at 8 frags right now. I didn't think that we'd see this. I mean, this is just such an insane turn of events. But here's the aggression that I was talking about, and unfortunately, Existence, you cannot really wallbang through that. I mean, that lamppost that just happens to be there. And it's the out and out brawl here. Neo will get stopped. It looks like, again, Virtus.pro decided to put the pressure in. They went up banana, and they got shut down. Yeah,
and Titan threw some aggression in there as well, pushing down middle of it again, very, very aggressive. So trying to slow things down on the side of Virtus.pro. It works that round, and I mean, here's going to be one last buy out of Virtus.pro. Their money's pretty much depleted after this. Bialy's got some built up, so does Pasha, but the rest of them, and yeah, the money on Titan is kind of rough as well. 3 players with basically 0. Kenny and Maniac have some to work with. There's only 2 rounds left, so it's not a huge issue, but going into the next round, if they lose a lot of players, it's going to be another force buy on at least 2 or 3 Titan members.
Oh, there we go. Kenny, this is it. This is clever, but Bialy spots it.
Too tricky.
He sees it coming.
Yeah. Nice play by Bialy. Nice awareness from him, and that's brutal. Kenny goes down, so now they have a man advantage, and look how spread out Virtus.pro is on the map. They've slowed things down, so now they're just watching for any kind of play to be made by Titan member. Existence spots 1 or 2, and with the way this half has been going and with the way that Virtus.pro has just been using all their members to throw him at a bomb site and take it, he's forced to use his smoke and a flashbang just to play on the side of caution.
And now he's left with none.
Right.
He throws his HE. He's got nothing left.
It's only
Maniac is the only guy with nades on this map right now for Titan. It just so happens that Virtus.pro look like they they want to head over towards that A site. So we'll see if he gets to use them. Apex holding up close. The flash through. Apex goes running in, spots out Taz, annihilates him. Nearly picks up the second, but he's not going to do it. Just tags them up. And the man advantage is maintained by Virtus.pro. 35 seconds left now for them to make the play. And it's going to be RPK, it's going to be Maniac, and it's going to be Existence. Just kills all across the board.
Yeah, and this is going to send Virtus.pro all the way back towards B. So it was a great read by Titan, bringing that third member over towards A. They stopped that attack, and now Existence, we talked about nothing for him to use, no utility whatsoever. Now that is Virtus.pro, though, so this is just going to be straight up aim battle. Neo finds it. Existence worry about someone coming from CT spawn. 2 players at A, and no one had eyes on it. So he feels a little bit uncomfortable. That puts it into a 2-on-2 retake. Very tough situation for Maniac. Plant goes down very quickly, so they're going to lose about 7 seconds on that bomb timer before they can even start getting eyes on the site.
And they just don't waste any time at all. They stick together as well. So they're looking to trade up, and there's Neo just completely annihilated. RPK doing the best that he can, leading the charge along with Maniac, who gets right on that bomb. This is all going to come down to the man crouching behind the site.
Oh,
and Bialy with the running headshot.
Oh, everything goes wrong for Titan. That's brutal. He's just cold. He's cold-blooded.
He's cold-blooded, man. And that was like running AK shot back into new corner as well, into the dark corner. Just... Man, Bialy, that is hard. And now Titan, they just got completely rocked. This is that moment right now. They're slumping. They're just trying to hang in there, but Virtus.pro are having none of it. They are getting pummeled right now, Titan. And Virtus.pro, they've got the money. We can see the impact that had. I mean, Kenny, Glass Cannon AWP, this is all he's got, and he's going full JW. He's going straight down for the aggressive peek. Taz must have heard that, but it doesn't matter. Kenny with the quick shot, looks for more, but Maniac is there to save the day, and he gets taken out by Snacks.
Yeah, great sacrifice by Maniac. Falls just to allow Kenny to fall to get away. But crucially, that Maniac had the other rifle, so now it's just 3 pistols and Kenny's op. So against 3 AK-47s, Virtus.pro slowing it down once again. So much action happening very early on in these past couple rounds, and Pasha's going to take up this positioning behind the smoke, wait for it to fade a little bit, but a second one just plumes right on top of him. He's going to pop flash himself through, it looks like. Yeah, he is. He runs through. He finds RPK, but he can't win the battle. CZ coming in huge there, and the Deagle from Existence grabs one. All on Snacks now. 1 on 3, about half HP. He's going to get this bomb plate. He just fakes it. He taps it to try and get someone to come through the smoke, but RPK jumps over the spindle, and despite all that, 11-4 for Virtus.pro on their T side. That's been a brutal beatdown.
Man, that is monstrous right now. We got to check with Geneva. I mean, what can you do? What can you do if you're Titan at this point? You have to feel completely shattered, and that after taking timeouts, taking breathers, trying to figure out the game plan, just not having any money at all, not 2 kopecks to rug together at the beginning of the half, and then even when they had the money, they just couldn't have an effect. They were constantly caught in that cycle, and that's a really scary cycle as well. And you can tell that's when the team starts to flounder, starts to lack the confidence when they get caught in that cycle of, wait, we're just going to keep saving. They don't attempt to make the magic happen. They don't attempt to just go in and try and impose their will. Just like, well, odds don't favor us right now, so we're going to go and save our gun.
Right.
And before you know it, you run out of rounds to where it's worth saving.
To be fair, there were rounds where they were saving where, at a certain point, you're right. You do have to try and make that magic happen on a retake, but so many rounds Virtus.pro was able to take the bomb site and just drop those smokes in the choke points. It was just... Because they weren't using a lot on the executes. It's not like they were doing a lot of fancy things throughout that half. They had so much utility after the bomb plant to use. It was just beautiful work from Virtus.pro.
Well, we have to see it's the firing squad right now at top mid, and Bialy's going to start off strong, taking out Apex again. Apex just, he has not got any luck at all this far. He just keeps getting shot in the face. Great damage being dealt to Titan so far thanks to this crossfire at mid, and they are trying to wrap back around now, but that smoke goes down at the bottom of Banana and Neo. It just clears. So Neo has to be careful he doesn't get caught out. Of course, Neo, once again, left all by his lonesome over here on the B side by Virtus.pro. It's almost like Neo's like the natural loner, and he's in his element. He's just like, guys, don't even bug me. Just let me do my thing.
Just put me on this side of the map, and you'll never have to worry about it. But you actually look at this rotation behind them. They feel like they're going to hit B, so they're doing this almost a bait with Neo as the solo player. But the attack's actually coming up mid. Taz has a lot of work to do, but there's the bait and switch up mid. Snacks grabs one. Taz grabs one as well. The trades come in for Titan, so they are going to be able to take into this A bomb site with their pistols. They're going to get the bomb planted. Oh, no, they're not. They actually rotate into the library, and so 40 seconds left on the clock. Pasha is going to try and sniff this one out. He knows they might be something. He's got such low HP, but Existence can't land the shot. Pasha's got him down to red HP, so finally it's cleaned up, but they know exactly where Titan's going with this bomb, and the health is favoring Virtus.pro completely now, and Neo picks off Kenny. Can't get away in time. All that's left is to get this plant here. And he is going to get it down, but he's probably just going to get cleaned up immediately afterwards. Neo just comes running up, not slowing down whatsoever. Him and Bialy, just all the confidence in the world, knowing he had him low.
And so many kills actually got there. I mean, Existence up to 1,000. And now, let's see. Do they actually have the money to do something here?
Well, do you trust? I mean, here's something.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was worried about. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, the only other option is to save this one and go for the AKs in the 3rd round. But the one thing Titans had a lot of success with recently on their eco, and VP might be able to sniff this one out because they've been doing it consistently on some matches, is throwing a smoke into the truck and having 3 or 4 players barrel rush out those halls into the pit and just storming it. But they're actually, looks like they're heading up towards mid and then towards the end of Banana.
Yeah, there's aggressive smoke at the top of Banana. So Apex already taking some damage again. Apex once again he's in the lead, so he is going to be that bullet soak, but he's really been taking a beating this entire map. And now once Titans see that smoke go down, they decide not to contest it. They've already been alerted. Okay, there's an M4 shooting at you, so if you try and rush through that smoke, you're going to be dealing with that rifle. Let's go ahead and take a peek over at the B site and see, or at the A site, and see what we can do on the apartment. Start shaping up over here.
And if they do choose to do this hall execute, it's perfect timing for it. Bialy's the only one up there with that MP7. The rest of his teammates are doing that same pistol round setup, almost Taz and Pasha. One in closet, one at the corner.
Yeah, and so you have them setting up right now as far as the nades are concerned. Apex basically hanging back. Bomb making its way through the halls, but there we go. Smoke down onto Arch. That's going to eliminate the 2 players over here. Taz kind of crouching in the corner, but he doesn't really have too much to go off of. And this really is going to be action on Bialy. There are the smokes coming right into the site, and Bialy elects to fall back into the pit. Now he has to hit some sick shots. Gets the first one, gets the second, gets the 3rd. He runs out of bullets, but he gets the job done. No, he doesn't. Will fall, but Pasha is so anticlimactic. He's like, Kenny, sit down.
He's like, congratulations, Kenny, you got that one. Here's a shotgun. And quickly just down to existence, pushed up mid through his own smoke on rap side. If there was any kind of success in taking that pit cost effectively, existence would have been on a perfect flank to eliminate some defense, but Neo spots him out. And Neo's so smart, clearing all the angles. Existence does get a dink, but Pasha, once he gets down to red, he's just going to hide in the corner, let the rest of his teammates clean it up. So not even giving them anything in terms of taking out the armor.
All right, exactly. I mean, VP, or Pasha in particular, he played that perfectly. Just sat still. And yeah, that kill onto Kenny, that was just sad, right? That's like where you have the violin music.
Yeah.
It's just,
wow, wow.
Pasha. Da, 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 da. Really? And what? Is this real life?
That's got to be a misbuy, because the rest of his team has pistol armor.
No, this isn't a misbuy. This is Kenny just like full out troll mode. This is we have hit the land. Well, we've hit the land of the tilt basically.
The ultraviolet too. That's a really old skin, so you can tell he doesn't use it too often.
There's so many good AUG skins out there, right? All right, well, let's see. Neo, I mean, just gonna nade. Perfect nade actually. Apex and RPK taking quite a bit of damage as well. And this is going to be the all-out YOLO rush. And Snacks holding strong with the MP9. They just turn this into the lake of fire. So good luck running through that Titan. There's the flash. There's the drop. Snacks doing the damage. And Kenny even throwing in with it as well. That's a cursed gun, Kenny. You're never buying that again. And now everybody is here for Virtus.pro. All 4 members gathered up because they saw this bomb. They know it's somewhere around here. And Kenny just going to get nothing done. Existence once again finds himself as the last man standing here for Titan, and they are just getting completely demolished. There is no mercy. Virtus.pro, they want this win. They want to get this spot in the grand finals. They want to be able to sleep late tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. And even the knife there at the end for
wow.
Neo adding insult to injury. Existence goes down. That's brutal.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd as well, man.
They're loving it.
And man.
And now Pasha with the auto sniper, so he's chiming in as well, and they're having some fun at this point.
14-4 Titan. I mean, and now Titan are electing to go for like the pistol saves. I mean,
well, at this point, you might as well keep buying and see if you can win the round.
Right.
You're going to give him match point. You're going to give him best of 3 points. So auto sniper coming into effect right away, able to land it onto Kenny. He falls quickly. Not even enough damage dealt. And 3 players over in alt mid. Maniac just trying to cost. Oh, he does some good damage through the smoke, but 1 player pushing down mid. He's going to come for Maniac from behind. That's Taz. Drops him quickly. Even Pasha pushing up. He got blinded, but still the auto sniper just comes out on top. Titan, the shots aren't even hitting anymore.
No, they really aren't. RPK is going to get caught. Just boom. That's a brutal shot right there. And Taz turns away, but Apex will get the kill. Only to get shut down, cut down, ruined by Bialy. So match point for 11 rounds in a row here.
It's going to be a full buy for Titan. They had a lot of money there.
Yeah, and they do have quite a bit of money. But now can they play perfect? Can they play a perfect T-side Inferno for 11 rounds straight? That's what we're about to find out now.
Not against this Virtus.pro. You know, we talked about it before this best of 3 even started. Virtus.pro, one of the best teams you see when they catch fire. That's how they got the nickname the Virtus Plow. They just run over everything.
They just show no fear, no respect either. That's the main thing.
Obviously, the
No
knife
respect.
and the auto sniper there.
That's what's crazy as well. But Maniac just gets caught out. I mean,
He didn't even take a shot. He's standing in the fire, and Snacks just cleans him up.
And so Titan down a man. And when Titan lose the entry, it's like their statistics just plummet. They're like a 20% success rate or something like that when they lose a man at the beginning. So it's just really ugly. This is definitely worst case scenario now for Titan, all things considered. And, well, we have that, not the crossfire setup. This isn't a hard crossfire setup because Bialy's holding all the way back in Graveyard.
Yeah, Titan has a 23% win rate when they lose the first player on Inferno.
Yeah, that is very harsh indeed. Taz takes out Apex, and Existence gets spotted out by Bialy. It's almost like clockwork at this point. They line up a triple kill for Bialy at the end. And there we have